If you've had pain in your knee that continues to linger, and maybe you've had improvement at certain times, and maybe then it plateaus, and you don't know what to do about it to keep it gone for a longer period of time, well, if you keep doing the same similar things that you've been taught and don't learn something new, it's liable to stay. What we do and what I'm going to show you over the next couple minutes is something that's 180 degrees different than conventional treatment. I'm going to show you how treating other areas of the body will get rid of that knee pain. Stop simply going to the area of pain and start going to other parts of the body, and you're going to be mesmerized by how it works, how it lasts, and how quickly you'll see improvement. And I'd like to run you through it right now and show you the 3 motions that we use on every knee patient that walks through the door. And I'm going to walk you through step by step, and we're going to do it together. But I need you to understand, don't miss this video, because the reason, or one of the reasons you may not have gotten better, is because you've never known to test and treat these ignored areas of the body that help knee pain tremendously. All right? So let's get going here. First, what we're going to do is we're going to test something in your body that hurts your knee, a motion. All right? So some of you may say, just being here, just sitting, whatever, hurts my knee. I got you, but let's get a motion that makes it worse. Okay? So you don't have to go as far down or into the extreme positions that I might go down into, but you've got to find a motion or 2 or 3 that bug it. So let's just assume I've got right knee pain. I'm going to try things like a step, and I'm going to step up and see what it does on this side. So maybe it's like really hard, but I'm going to compare it to the other side. So most of the time, you will have one bad side and one good side. We call it a yucky and a yummy. And I'm going to say to you, how yucky is it going up there? Right? Maybe just simply doing a little kind of one-legged squat like this. If you can go further down and it doesn't hurt until you get like right about here, okay, go try it. But also compare it so you got, hopefully the other leg is good, so you can feel what it should feel like. If they're both bad, well, then you can score both of them. We'll try to get rid of both your knee pains. Cool? So find something that hurts that knee. Maybe you'll go into something like this. Maybe you'll go here. Maybe instead of going up the steps, you'll go down it. Wow! Perhaps. And here's no problem. Fair? Maybe you can do something so simple as just kicking it out and it hurts you. Whatever it is, find that motion, or 2 or 3 motions. But then we're going to score it. So let's just say going down the step, that was my worst one, and that hurts a lot. And I simply say to you, maybe it doesn't hurt a lot, but it was your worst one. Maybe it doesn't have to be painful. Maybe it's just restricted. Maybe it's unstable. Whatever sensation you're feeling, call that your yucky sensation. Now I need you to score it from 1 to 100. The higher the number, the worse it is. So if I said, man, that's pretty high, I'd say it's a number from 70 and above. If I said, it's a medium amount of issue or yuckiness, 40 to 60. Pick a number. The higher the number, the worse it is. If you say, well, even though that's my worst one, it's still pretty low, so 10 to 30. Pick a number. The higher the number, the worse it is. So maybe you'll say 30. So just get a number in your head. Now, if you got a couple motions that you want to track, write them down on a sheet of paper. Now, you can't go any further until you've done testing and found that motion that bugs you. So if one of these didn't do it, take a higher step and see what happens. Go lower in your position. Do other motions. Again, testing right side. Maybe a lunge will do it. Right? To the left side. Okay? Cool? And hopefully your good side gives you a gold standard to say, that's what it should feel like, as close as I can to that by the time I get done. Or, again, it may not, but at least 50% improvement is the change that we want to have today. Okay, you ready? Now, one of the quickest ways to see if things will change is to simply go to the other side that was yummy and do that exact same motion. So for example, if going down steps was the thing that really bugs me, let's say I just call that, oh yeah, it's a 70, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up and down this step like this. This is pretty easy, so it is weight bearing, but let's say I'm going to do 2 sets of 20. All right, and just keep on doing it. Now, 20 is an arbitrary number. I don't know how conditioned or deconditioned you are. So if you need to do slightly less, that's fine. If you want to do a little bit more, that's fine too. But we're going to do 2 sets. So I recommend, unless you're an ultra marathoner or something, if you are, then you may have to do a lot more okay, cool. Now, after you've done a set, you're going to rest 15 to 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Again, I don't know how conditioned or deconditioned you are, but when you're ready to do another set, you're going to do another set on your good side, on your yummy side, not on the yucky, okay? Some people don't like it to be called yucky for whatever reason. Make it hard, the harder side. You're not doing the hard side, you're doing the easy side, okay? And you're going to go do another 2 sets. Or sorry, not 2 sets, another set, making it be 2 sets total before you test. Okay? Awesome. Let's say I've done 20. I abbreviated for this one. When you're done, it's now time to go and retest. Whoop. Whoa, that's better, Tom. And I say, okay, awesome. You were at a 70. 50% better would be a 35. How much better does it feel right now? And let's just say, they say, man, it's pretty close to 50%, but it's a 40. Awesome. We're heading to 0 or 5 or less is really awesome, okay? 5 or less means you got almost 100%, right? So, better, that is. If you said, Tom, that worked and did really good for me, okay, cool. Just come on down, do 2 more sets. Pretty easy, right? So that's why we wanted you to test and test left and right side, because we were looking for that motion that had good and bad. Because if we got one that feels normal-ish, ooh, we might have a winner. So let's just say I did 1 set. Now I go do another one because it's working. Good. All right, and again, I'm going to abbreviate instead of doing 2 sets 20. Let's say now you just do 2 sets of 15 because your leg's a little bit more fatigued. That's fine. All right, let's just say I've done my 15 or 20. And what do? I recheck the bad side again. And you go, wow, that's awesome. Now, if you had other motions you tracked, maybe this was a problem. And you go down and go, whoa, that's even better. Cool? That's the quickest and best and fastest, not the best, but the fastest way without any other confusion to show you that. So if you had other motions, you can recheck those after the step down. The step down might fix your other hurt motions. If they don't, you can go do the opposite side of the hurt motions. But check this out. This means is we got you to understand that okay, so let's say my right side's the injured one. Everybody's been treating you on that injured side. Rarely any clinician and rarely any person goes over to the other side to treat it, to fix this one. We just showed you what potential that has. So you may have been doing a lot of stretching, a lot of mobility, a lot of strengthening, trying on this side, and it hasn't worked. You didn't know about even going over here. That is such a bonus. I've just given you more knowledge that you can now start doing the good-sided stuff and see what it does for that knee. I've given you more opportunity to fix yourself. Yet, what we like to do is split the body into 3 parts, legs, trunk, and arms, and see what the other body parts do to that knee. So let me grab a chair real quick. I could lean up against that. I can do it from any height. I could lean up against there if I wanted to. But I'm going to have a chair. And this time I'm going to do something in the trunk. Now, a couple ways you can do it. You can go and use my motions, or you can check and try to do your own motions, much like what we did below. Now, do you have to find a motion that feels yucky in it? Not necessarily, but for the sake of this, let's just go and twist and see if one side's tighter than the other. Right here, a little tighter. Like, see, I go pretty quickly all the way to end range. Right here, I get a little stick, but I still get there. Little pinch there. I might say, hey, that's got a little bit of issue in it. That's a little yucky. If you want to score it, awesome. Some of you will be like, oh my God, I can't move at all. Right? Score it then, definitely. Right? If they're relatively equal-ish, and you go, well, I don't know which is the good side. Think about it. If you had to do this 1,000 times versus this 1,000 times, which would you prefer? I like that way better. Awesome. Now, if you want, you can keep on trying to other trunk motions, just like we did it with the legs. Okay, that one feels nice. This one feels more restricted than that. Maybe I could use that. You could go and say, how about going down to, I don't like this one as much because it's not as active. Right? It's a kind of more of a passive motion. So I don't really think much of that. I could do extension, but what I like to do is left to right. So I rotate to the left and extend, which makes it kind of extending to the right. I rotate to the right and extend. That's a trunk motion, right? I could have, instead of bending over to my knee, I could actually crunch. Crunch to the right, crunch to the left. If you want to do those, there's a trunk motion. Find one of them. I'm going to do the trunk twist. Now again, you don't have to, even if you, let's say none of them saw a yucky area or motion. That's okay. Any yummy motion will help fix something that's yucky. So we can pick any one. All I care about the twist. Which way does that move yummy? Okay, if I did the side crunch, which way moves yummy? All right, I can score the bad too because I want to see it go away if I've got it. But what I'm really looking for is the yummy stuff, right? Maybe crunching this way was good and sucked that way. Or maybe they both were good, but this way's better. Okay, that's yummy. From there, I'm going to do what I love to do, and that's twist. Okay, so whatever you found that was yummy, do 2 sets of 20. I'm going to abbreviate mine, but you go ahead and you can stop the video at any time and do it. Okay, so let's just say I'm just going to go to 8, but I say try to hit up to there's 20. We get done. We rest for 15 to 30 seconds, maybe a minute, kind of how conditioned or deconditioned you are, and then do it again. Nice. All right, so again, I'm going to abbreviate this for the sake of it. When I get done with the 2 sets, if you had something yucky over on this side, test it and see if it's better. Because if it is, it's really going to tell you that your knee's probably going to be better. So when I'm done there, after the 2 sets, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to move this for a second. And I'm going to recheck. Let's say my knee had gone to a 35. Boom. Whoa, okay. That's even better than the 35. That's a 15. Okay, so anytime something works, you do it again. And you keep doing it until it either plateaus or there's not much change going on. So I said that's, went from a 35 to a 15. That's another 50% drop. Okay, so I do the twist again. And I do 2 sets. When I get done with those 2 sets, I jump back up, I test my step, and I see how it did. I test my other side of my twist. I test my other 2 things maybe I found that were problematic with that knee. Yes, now we're winning. And then if you want, you could do another trunk motion that you liked that was yummy and see what it does. I like to do 1 motion per body part just to get the whole body so you can see. Nobody's ever told me anything about going to other parts of my body to fix another area of injury. It's the most important thing for you to take away from this forever and always. Because I will tell you, as a physical therapist, my name's Tom Dalonzo-Baker. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, And after doing this for 3 decades, this is so little known. We discovered it in 2001, did it for 4 years on my patients before we took it out to clinicians worldwide. We've taught over 15,000 clinicians. Collectively, we've done over 1 million patients. And this is how we treat people. And because it's so foreign and unknown and ignored, and it truly is, your body's constantly going into positions of comfort to try to heal you. All right? And you never knew that. So if I told you to get up, you would, and you've got knee pain, you might notice, oh yeah, I am shifting off to the left side. See, and you're doing it naturally, and you didn't even pay attention to it, but you will now. You'll say, oh, you're right, Tom. When I go to get up, I do put more weight on my left side. Hey, when I bend over, I am always using my left leg and not much of my right leg. See, that's the body attempting to heal you. You're just not doing enough of it to fully make it last. And the thing you're really not doing is you're not doing the 3 parts of the body to really find the changes. Okay? Last thing I want to show you, let's do an arm, right? So you can either find an arm that they both feel relatively good, right? So now you've got 2 good things you could use. Just use the one that's gooder, which means this one moves freer, it feels better if I had to do 1,000 of them versus this one. Okay, whichever one feels the best. And actually this one feels the best for me right now. If you want to go and test another arm, because let's just say you go, oh, that feels what it feels like, this one feels easier. But let's just say this one's, boom, stuck. Wouldn't it be cool that during this knee treatment, you also fix the knee and your shoulder that you've had for 5 years maybe, right? So let's just say, oh, I don't go very well here, but this one's easy. Okay, all you're going to do, 2 sets of 20. All right, now, just go raise to the ceiling, pull over, boom. And so I'm lifting up my rib cage. It's not just a shoulder motion, it's a full body motion. What's happening is I lift this up, this is shortening. All right, so there's some other things going on that I don't fully explain necessarily right now, because I got a free training for you down below that allows you to see this stuff so that you can do it again and again. And again, it's a little bit more formatted. And I teach you more stuff. I can't say more stuff. I let it be more systematic. I give you more rationale for it. I show me treating people with it, all sorts of conditions, not just knee pain. Okay, so after I've done 2 sets of 20, I'm going to recheck this. And let's just say this was stuck here, and I gave it a number, and I say, man, that's nasty, that's an 80. Now, all of a sudden now it feels really good. All right? Chances are, if this one is changing, your knee is going to too. So this was down to a 15, let's just say, and stayed at 15, and now I go back and check it again, and I go, that's great. That feels awesome. All right, now, I don't want to discourage you that if only you got 30% better, or maybe you changed a little bit, but not a lot. Well, you just haven't found the motion that's going to help you. All right, and there's different ways to do that. All right, number one, probably watching the video, you never knew about these parts of the body. So all the stuff you've been doing in the region of injury now is one of your knowns, but you don't know how to use the other parts of your body. You don't know how to progress it. You don't know how to make the motions more difficult, so you're peeling away the layers. Because right now, some of you are way better. They're 50% or more better. If you do these exercises for the next 5 to 7 days, much of that will stay gone if you've had it less than 3 weeks. Okay? If you don't have other things going on in your body at the same time, right? You don't say, yeah, I've got knee pain and some back pain. I got knee pain and my neck kind of bugs me, shoulder bugs me. Well, those chances are you've had it longer than 3 weeks, because that's what this video in the beginning was about. Those of you who have lingering pain and it hasn't improved, you've probably had this more than 3 months to a year to decades. And if you saw change, you are on the right track. A week from now, you have done all your stuff, you feel better, but then you go and do this complex motion, this deeper motion, this little bit more harder motion, because you hadn't been doing it during your life. Let's just say you squat down and you twist to reach for something, bam, your knee pain's back. And you think, oh, see, this didn't work. Guys, it did work. Now you just don't know how to get rid of more complex movements that are still locked in you that need to be gotten rid of. Because you, as the longer you've had this, you've locked in other restrictions in your body that need to be freed up and released. So every time you find something that's yummy, it's actually equating to something that's yucky that it's actually fixing. It might be in the same part of the body, or it might be fixing something somewhere else. And after you go through the free training that's down below, we've got additional training if you want to learn even more to keep your stuff away. And it's really cool because I put it online and I made it so that, guess what? I still am in contact with you. Every single lesson you do, I'm there with you. Literally, I'm talking and discussing things with you. You get to ask questions. It's really a cool thing to see. So there you go. I hope your knee pain got exceptionally better. I look forward to seeing you on other videos. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe and so that you can get our other videos that come out your way. And I think that's about it. If you got comments, in the comments down below, I'd love to know, how much better did you get? All right? If you got questions because you didn't get better, ask them. Love to help you get better as much as I possibly can. All right, till next time.